could be some rain out there for you to see on the roadways this morning. Galen, we only got you for half an hour this morning, so I got to get right into it. You know, the one thing I don't like, you know, I'm a recovering addict. Everybody knows that. I had an issue in my 20s where I liked to party a little too much. But when I quit cold turkey. I didn't go to rehab because rehab's for quitters. I did it cold turkey. I boned up and did it because it was required to do. I had something I had to do, and that was quit the act of doing drugs all the time. So I did it. I poked my chest out, and I accomplished my goal. I didn't quit on my goal. I quit on cocaine, which was smart. But my goal was to get off and get off being addicted to a drug, and I didn't quit on that goal. I saw it all the way through. Because I'm not a quitter when it comes to things that are better for your life. Getting off drugs was better for my life, so I'm not a quitter. I played in a golf tournament with a bad back. I'd thrown my back out. This is before back surgery. I'd thrown my back out one morning, showed up to the golf course, could barely walk. My golf partner, it was a two-man team. My golf partner goes, look, if you want to quit after this first hole because you're in so much pain, I understand. It's just golf. We can go. I go, I'm not a quitter. I showed up. If I was well enough to show up, I'm well enough to play. Played 18 holes. We did not finish last, so it was a win. Because I'm not a quitter. The greatest gymnast supposedly ever to take to the floor and do gymnastics is a quitter. Can't even be argued. Simone Biles last night took a step forward on the vault. After she completed her vault, she took a step forward. She then walked over to the medical staff. She got a very low score, the lowest score she's ever got in her life, that she's ever got in an Olympic competition for that vault. She walked over to the medical staff. They had a conversation. She walked out of the arena. A few minutes later, she came back in the arena and told her team, you got it now. I'm dropping out of the competition. Everybody surmised that it was a medical issue. And then she said, no, my head's just not in the right place, so I didn't think it was fair to the other girls. So I quit. Am I reading that wrong?
Well, yeah, I think you are. I mean, I think it's wrong to equate it to to quitting a gymnastics event to, quitting cocaine. I think that's a bit of a reach. But no, I think you're wrong for a couple of reasons. One, when you looked at, and you had to dig a little deeper. You got to remember, there's no reporters really over in China to really ask any probing questions. But one of the things she said that I found pretty profound was that it's been a really rough year for her emotionally and mentally, and then performing without fans. I really believe that she thought, look, I've been here before. I know when I get into that arena, I'm going to get that jazzed up feeling, right? And it's going to be able to help me overcome. I think she just wanted to stop doing it, Tom. I really did. I think she was just like, I'm done with this. I've accomplished all my goals. I have nothing left to accomplish. And I think in the back of her mind, I really believe it was more about, once I get there, I'll get that feeling, I'll get that jazz. But let's just look at the last 2 weeks for the USA gymnastics team. They had the COVID scare. They had to move out of the Olympic Village. They show up in the opening rounds. I mean, you could debate whether they got a fair judging or not. I don't know. I didn't watch it. You can read the report saying that the judging was incredibly harsh for the U.S. Olympics. They're playing against a team that doesn't really exist with the Russians, right? I mean, I thought the World Doping Organization said the Russians couldn't participate.
Well,
the Russians seem to be dominating this Olympics.
Well, because they're
doping. And add into that you know this as an athlete. Mentally, if you're not in the right headspace to participate, then you're going to fail and you're going to hurt yourself. And think she just said, yeah, I'm done. And did it happen at a poor time? Absolutely. I don't think the U.S. would have done any better than a silver medal because she would not have performed any better. So, and that's her choice. She has to live with that decision for the rest of her life. She owes you nothing. She owes the rest of us nothing. At the end of the day, winning a gold medal, you win it for yourself. I don't care what uniform's on the front end. It's still you're the one who has to live with your decisions.
Okay, but here's my problem with that. First off, this was a team competition, not an individual. So that gold medal's not just won by you; it's won by 3 other people.
Yeah, but she pulled out of both.
No, she has not. I just read the latest update. I just read the latest update. She will make a decision by Friday whether to compete in the individual competition or not.
Because I read something today.
But even if she pulls out of the individual, I'm okay with her pulling out of the individual because that's an individual thing. This was a team thing. If your head's not in it, I get everything you're saying. If your head's not in it, injury is imminent. Without a doubt, if your head's not in it, you can get hurt very badly. I understand that. You can tell after the preliminaries 3 nights ago where they lost by a full point to the Russians, and whether you say whether the judging was right or not, that's up for debate. But you can see I looked at my wife and said, she doesn't want to be there. You can tell that on her face then. So why try to suck it up? Do it then. Give the U.S. team the opportunity to have a full team on the floor in every apparatus to try to win gold. They probably won't win gold, but she put herself above the team, in my opinion, by saying, I can do this. And then when she realized she couldn't do it, she quit on her team. And individual aside, last night was a team competition, and she quit in the middle of a team competition.
Fair enough. But I want to add on one little thing, because you and I were talking about it yesterday, and I think that was good timing. She was trained under the Caroli.
Yes.
Right? She's the last USA Olympian who was abused by Larry Nassar.
100%.
Right? So she comes from that background of, I've got to do this, I've got to do this, I've got to do this. And I am sure in her own mind, she was competing against herself as much as she was competing against, the competition, right? And I think this year has been horrible for mental health for a lot of people. But think about, you're an athlete, and you know how much you gather from that crowd, right? Historically, when the gymnastics team of the USA has walked onto a floor, the crowd has erupted, right? And it feeds them with energy. They go into Tokyo, and it's like competing in an empty gym, and you don't get that spark. And I think that's the part that was missing. In her mind, she's like, I've got no reason to be here. That's all. And you're right. Was the timing bad? Absolutely. But when an athlete knows they're done, an athlete knows they're done. And in her mind, I think she felt that she was hurting the team by competing because she is the leader of that team. And if she performs poorly, it makes the rest of the team nervous. By pulling herself out, she can say, look, I can't help you guys. You go do it. You go kick ass, as she stated. Right? I don't have a problem with that.
I don't have a problem with it if she does it before the competition starts last night.
But she didn't know. Right? She didn't know. I really, in her mind, I think in her brain, because even in her interview, she talked about how, my warming workout was pretty bad. I felt wrong. It didn't feel right. I felt a little bit better in the warm-up. And then I did that vault. I knew it was over. What do you want from her at that point?
I wanted to. If she knew all that in warm-ups, don't take the floor.
How many pitchers or football players have talk to the same thing. I really believe she earned the right, just as all of the great athletes do. I think she earned the right to go out there and give it a shot.
Okay.
And then after that fault, she realized, I'm done.
And she quit. And she quit.
And I think
She's a quitter.
Correct. She sure is.
She's a quitter.
Okay, you can call her that. And I never said that she wasn't. What I said is, can you excuse it? In my mind, I can excuse it. Absolutely.
I can excuse it. I can excuse it on the individual apparatuses. I can't excuse it as a team sport because she quit on her team.
But I believe
She didn't quit on herself. She quit on the other women on that team.
Okay.
It would be like Tom Brady. It would be like Tom Brady going out. He's accomplished everything he can accomplish. This year he goes out. He's taking snaps from center. He's in a playoff game. The Bucs have been okay, but not really on their game. He gets in the first playoff game. He drops back. He gets hit. He goes, you know what? I'm not. My head's not in this. I'm not good enough to do this anymore. I'm just going to quit. Bring the backup in. It's the same thing to me. Tom Brady would be a quitter then, and he would quit on his team.
Perfect. It's a perfect analogy. Let's just say that Tom Brady, in his mind, felt that he was hurting his team by playing. And he said, look, the only way we're going to, my group of guys that I fight with, and it's a little bit different in football, and you know this. You know, the team gymnastics, how I perform has nothing to do with how Simone Biles performs. Right? It doesn't. I control my own destiny, whereas in football, my brother next to me has to do his job, or I could get hurt. So that's not a good analogy. But what is a good analogy, if Tom Brady thought that he was going to get hurt his team by not playing well, and he felt his backup, which is never going to happen because the guy played at the University of Florida. If he thought his backup was better than him, and he said, that guy needs to play, I'm done, then he did the right thing by his teammates.
Still a quitter. Still a quitter.
Okay.
Hey,
yeah,
speaking of quitting,
every day.
Speaking of quitting, we got to quit this.
Wait, hold on. If you look, mental illness plays such a huge role in this.
And that's what we'll talk about. And that's the aspect we'll talk about when we come back after this timeout on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, the source.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff.
I think, and again, this year for her, because it hasn't been the typical, Olympic build-up, right? The way they chose the team was a little different.
And it was a year late. She was probably geared up a year ago to do this.
Sure. Right. And again, I do understand your thought that she quit, but I just think there's so much going on, and I see how the way we're responding to this virus is impacting our youth. And I was telling my wife, I'm like, I think it's incredibly important that we get to be able to see each other again. Right? In a work setting where she works in a laboratory, they work with their masks all day, every day. And you can't see people's facial expressions. You can't see them smile. And I really think that's eroding not just an athlete, but all of us. I think it's having a massive impact. And again, don't discredit the impact that a fan has on an athlete's performance. I think it's incredible. Why do it? It's when Simone Biles goes out there, why is she doing it if it's not for that immediate reaction of the crowd? Right? That's what gets you fired up, right? That helps. You know that as a football player. Granted, you play for about 1,000 people every Saturday. But again,
Easy, pal, easy. Our stadium seats 38,000.
I know, I'm kidding. But you know that impact has. When there's a big crowd, you get fired up. You just do. And you can't say anything that makes you more nervous because the camera is so unforgiving.
And when it's only the camera on you, my whole problem with this, and I'll say it again, is not why she did it or anything. I understand the mental aspect of it, and if she'd have done it in the individual time when she was doing her individual apparatuses next week, no problem with it whatsoever. But from a team aspect of it,
if she went, okay, let me ask you this. From her viewpoint, we're just going to look at it from her viewpoint. I understand your view. If she would have done another vault, would not be in the right headspace, completely shattered her leg, which we know is very possible because of the difficulty of her vaults, right? And she can't walk right again. You feel that would have been a better outcome than her quitting?
Yes. Injury is a better injury to me. Injury to me is a reason to quit. Just to quit is not a reason to quit.
Now, in 5 years we won't remember. Maybe you will, because you're very unforgiving and carry a grudge. You won't remember that she walked out of arguably the worst Olympics since 1980.
No, it's not arguable. This is the worst Olympics since 1980. I'll give you that.
Okay?
But she made a commitment to the team.
Okay, all right. You at some point, I understand what you're saying. I'm just, and am I validating her quitting? Yeah, I am, because I think if anybody has earned the right, it's her.
Well,
and what she's gone through, and again, when you watch that documentary, I think those girls went through so much trauma. And they did it. They did it so that we could be entertained for once every 4 years for an hour and a half that gymnastics is on. They did it for our entertainment. That's why the U.S. Olympics Committee spent millions and millions of dollars in investing in them.
Yes.
Even though they knew all kinds of abuses were going on, they're like, no. That 2 hours of television that it provides, that NBC and Peacock spend billions of dollars on, is so vital that it's worth us basically destroying these young girls' lives. That's what you're doing when you're watching USA Gymnastics now.
Well, we will agree on that, but we will agree to disagree on what is it okay to
You
quit?
realize gymnastics is the USA Gymnastics.
USA Gymnastics is the Summer Olympics. It is the Summer Olympics what ice skating is the Winter Olympics. It is the most watched.
It's twice the audience.
Right. It is
You
the
know
most
that, right?
watched.
It's twice the
Right.
audience of figure skating.
Right, but it is the most watched event at the Olympics. At the Olympics. In the summer it's gymnastics. In the winter it's ice skating. Yes, I do realize gymnastics is the premier event.
Double.
Right. Hey.
And for billions of dollars.
It is. Oh yeah.
To NBC and to the Olympics.
And by the way,
all of those sponsors.
it's worth millions and millions of dollars to Simone Biles.
Sure. She didn't earn any less money, but she was fine before she went into that.
I mean, but she's still going to get accolades. She's still going to get accolades for this. She's going to get accolades. Oh, she stood up for mental health and everything. She quit. That's what she did. In my eyes, she quit.
Now, if she comes out of this and becomes a mental health advocate,
I'm 100% for that. I'm on board for that.
So.
But if she comes out of this and does Lancome commercials with a big smile on her face and her new eyelashes, then I got a problem with her quitting. You know?
To Simone Biles and her family, there's nothing more important than Simone Biles.
Hey, where's the Bloodmobile?
I really believe this was a self-preservation.
Where's the Bloodmobile today? We're up against it. Where's the Bloodmobile?
Today, we're right there at 1607 East Silver Springs Boulevard. Come by our donor center, get that $20 gift card, save 3 lives. Check us out, lightsout.org. Thank you, Tom. You're wrong again.
Talk to you tomorrow. Galen Genoff from Life South. We'll be right back after this timeout on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Today in Ag News, I'm a Southeast Ag Well, American Farm Bureau Federation President Zippy Duval pushed back against the Biden administration's stance that most small family farmers will escape a proposed capital gains tax to replace the so-called stepped-up basis. Duval disputed the claim that a $2 million per couple exclusion on the gain on farm assets and that passed on to children will let most off the hook on any new capital gains tax.
Well, the study that came out of Texas A&M said 98% of the farmers would be affected if the stepped-up basis was removed. Even though we appreciate them making an effort to recognize agriculture and the difficulty we're going to be in today's time and what it costs to be in agriculture, the values of land and equipment across this country that we have to farm, it's really pennies.
And Duval says that's really true when a $2 million exemption is compared to farming costs.
If you're going to farm corn and soybeans, you can't make a living on 500 acres. If you're going to grow cotton in South Georgia, with a cotton picker costing $800,000, you can't just farm 500 acres.
U.S. Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack recently said most family farms